Westloar here, and today we are going to be playing Infinity Evolved, and not just any Infinity Evolved. This is going to be Infinity Evolved Expert Mode, the mode for masochists. Okay, so I'm going to be playing through this. Hopefully this will be an episodic series, and if you guys like it, I'm going to keep making it. So let's get started. Firstly, you'll notice that I do already have a world made. I have played this mod a little bit already, and I've got to say, it is flipping mental. It is ridiculous. I'll get into explaining how difficult it actually is once we get into the world. You'll notice as well, we've got Bethany's world here. This is my little daughter's world. She's 5, and she's surprisingly good at Minecraft. She's going to be a little nerd yet. You wait and see. Watch this space. But let's go and create a new world. I think I'm going to call this one the Base Invaders. You can check out their channel if you like. It's not all that active at the moment, but there is some really interesting and good videos on there if you search for that. Game mode survival, of course. Let's add a seed. I'm going to call this one There She Blows. So if you do wish to follow along, these are the settings for the world that you will need. We'll have structures on. World type, I think we can have, yes, we can have biomes of plenty. So we'll have biomes of plenty on for this world, and of course cheats off and bonus chest off as well. I think what we're going to do next is I'm going to allow the world to generate and let some chunks load in to get rid of the initial world load lag. Once that's done, we'll be right back, and then we will get started in our masochistic adventure in Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Be right back. Okay everyone, welcome back to Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. So one of the first things we need to do is actually turn Expert Mode on, and to do that we click on this book here, we click on Expert Mode, and it says we need to enter the command into chat /FTB_mode set expert. So I suppose we'd better do that. FTB_mode set expert. And just a little time for it to load. There we go, game mode set to expert. So what is expert mode? I mean, I've said it's masochistic a couple of times, but what actually is it? Well, I suppose the best way to show you is to go exploring a little bit. Notice we've got some silverwood trees over there. I'm going to have to remember that. And I think before I really show you what expert mode's about, I'm going to have to murder some sheep, as I really would like a bed as soon as possible. This is one of those modes that really, you're going to want a home and somewhere to sleep and a spawn point, because you probably will die a lot. So if you've played any hardcore quest packs or anything like that, you'll be used to some of the things that we've got in this mod. And I'm going to die! No. Where's this creeper? Oh god. I saw a creeper, I thought I saw a creeper, I did see a creeper. Creeper exploded, I'm not dead. Thank you, water. I am forever grateful. So if you've played any kind of hardcore quest pack, you'll be used to some of the things that we have here in expert mode. So if you're used to that, then you'll be used to things like recipe changes and things like that. Things being made a lot more difficult. Thinking of agrarian skies, you've got things like ex nihilo and things like that, requiring you to grind dust and ores and all that sort of junk. Well, fortunately, I mean, that's fun. It is fun for a while. But fortunately, this pack doesn't involve anything really close to that. It's just made everything flipping difficult. It's also managed to kind of integrate a lot of the mods together, which I really like, because when I play Minecraft, I tend to kind of jump around different mods as well. I don't like just to focus initially on 1 or 2 mods. I like to jump around mods. I find, first of all, it's more fun, and second of all, you tend to get a lot of the useful items and machines and magic from all the mods that will help you progress. And if you tend to do those later, I find, well, the stuff's great, but well, I can already do that with a different mod. So I find it a bit more helpful in terms of utility as well. So let me explain some of the differences here. So first of all, we've punched some wood. That's great. Oh, we only get 2 planks. Well, that's just rubbish, isn't it? So all planks now, all logs only provide 2 planks. Okay, so far not so bad. Let's convert all of these. Oh, and now the stick recipe only provides 2 sticks. Wonderful. Well, let's do our initial crafting item. So of course, yes, we need a pick. No, we don't need a button. Let's see if we can craft ourselves an axe as well. No, we can't. So I'd imagine we're going to need some stone from that, and it's already getting a little darker, it looks like. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a bit of cobblestone. I'll spot some over there across the river. Let's go. So we're going to need ourselves an axe, because we're going to need a lot of wood, especially as we're only getting 2 per craft. And okay, there we are. There's more. 2, 3, 4. We'll grab a lot. Oh, we've got dense ores in the pack. Wonderful. And what happened to my pickaxe? Yes, that's right. The wooden pickaxe has incredibly low durability, so we're going to have to find something better pretty sharpish. Well, fortunately, we've already got our crafting table, so let's get on that. I'm going to want another couple of sticks. And let's see, can I make a stone axe? I can. Wonderful. And then we've also still got enough to make our stone pickaxe as well. Fantastic. Let's clean this up a little bit. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little bit more wood. I'm going to be needing a lot of it. I'm going to grab a bit more stone as well. My new fantastic pickaxe that I imagine is not going to last me very long either. Spruce wood. Cool. Let's get a couple of different types of wood. A couple of saplings as well. I know that's going to be important later when it comes to mods like witchery, which is actually fairly prominent in this mod pack. I suppose in a weird way, even though this mod pack is much harder, it's also a really good way to introduce yourself to a lot of different mods, because you have to use them. You don't have any choice in the matter. So for those who are kind of averse to playing different mod packs, or just kind of a little bit intimidated on how to start them and things like that and different mods, then I suppose this is kind of a good pack to play. It's certainly a kitchen sink mod, but everything is much more difficult. Right, let's grab us some more stone. Fortunately, there's a lot more durability on this one, it seems. Good, good, good. Let's grab us some coal as well. So what are we going to need to do to get ourselves established and started? Well, we've already worked out that actually our tools crafting is not the same as it was before, and this stone pickaxe is probably not going to do as well for very long. Neither is this stone axe. So we're going to have to work out how to create some more tools, and I know already through playing this pack that we're going to need a smeltery from Tinker's Construct, and that's going to require a lot of sand, a lot of gravel, a lot of clay. Now the ideal would be to find a village, actually, because a village will have already for us a smeltery often. So if we can find one of those, that'd be absolutely fantastic. I am also going to make myself a spade pretty quick as well. Also, a lot of the recipe changes involve steel in this pack as well. So we're going to need a lot of clay, even if we do manage to find ourselves a smeltery. But a smeltery will do to get started. There we are. There's a stone shovel as well. Now let me take a quick look on that. Well, we've not been lucky enough to spawn next to a village, but I say let's do some exploring and see what we can find. I'm probably also going to have to dig into the ground somewhere, into a hill somewhere, and make myself a small hovel to survive the horrors of the night. This mod pack, I believe, also has Ender Zoo in it, so you've got some fairly terrifying mobs that can come and eat your face at any given moment. And that's some aluminium over there. I'm really going to need that to start making some casts. I won't bother getting that ore down there quite yet. Hopefully I'll be able to mine this with my stone pickaxe. There we are. Yes, wonderful. I did spy some copper over there as well, which is going to be quite helpful. Yeah, good. There we go. No, I don't need my axe. I need my pickaxe. Let's grab some more coal. Always useful to have. What's this? This is aluminium. Can I mine it? I can. Wonderful. I'll grab as much as I can of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a hunt around, have a little bit of an explore, see if I can't find myself a village of some description, get myself a smeltery, and I'll come back when I got lucky. So I will be right back. Hold on to the edges of your seats and we will be back then. Welcome back, everyone. Now I've started digging myself into a hole, and I'm going to block myself in for the night. I am, however, not going to do that with aluminium ore. That would be a very bad thing to do. It's very dark in here. Okay. Now, we don't have things that we need to wait around for. We've got plenty that we need to get done. And for that reason, I'm going to be digging out a huge space here. Now, this is not going to be my home. Don't worry. I'm not choosing to live in a very small hole in the ground. We're going to be doing something much more exciting when it comes to living. However, I am going to need a lot of cobblestone, and this just isn't for building. There's a couple of things that we're going to need this cobblestone for, and one of the main things is a furnace. But Westloar, you already have a crap ton of cobblestone for constructing furnaces. Well, my friend, I'm afraid I don't. Let's bring up NEI for a second, and bring up furnace. Is that a Minecraft furnace? Oh, that looks familiar. But wait, no, it's compressed cobblestone. How do we make compressed cobblestone? Well, we need 9 cobblestone, so we need 8 lots of 9 cobblestone, which is ridiculous. So we need about 81 cobblestone, I believe. So we need well over a stack. So I better get mining. So once we've got that, we might get enough for 2. We're going to venture back out again, see if we can't find ourselves that village. So I'm sure you guys don't really want to watch me do some mining all night. So while I do this, and my pickaxe is about to break again, there we are, there it is. I will be right back and bring you guys back when we manage to create our first furnace, which really shouldn't be a milestone, but is in this pack, and when we found ourselves a village. Hello guys, welcome back. I've been doing a lot of exploring. You can probably tell because my inventory is full. And if I just check journey map, you can see the journey I've taken so far. Spawn was around here somewhere. Now, I think if you look at my mini-map at the top right, I have found a village. The problem is it's up there. So it looks like a village on the map. I think that's a zombie villager there, which is maybe not a good sign. But a village is a village, and I've been searching for a very long time. I'm willing to try for anything. So just by way of update, I'm going to try my very best to get up there without dying. I think it's going to take a very long time to get up there, to be quite honest. And there's probably an easier way to get up there than this. But hey, I am a glutton for punishment. I am playing FTB expert mode after all. There we go. Mine up here. This is going to take an exceedingly long time. Woo! That's been a high climb so far, and I think I'm probably only about maybe 70% of the way up. I've had to craft a few extra picks and a few extra spades, but I think I'm finally getting to the top, and I've got to say it is quite a nice view from here. I think if this wasn't a snow biome, I might have even might even be tempted to craft a base here, but I have a instinct and hatred towards snow biomes. I just hate them. Everything about them just annoys me. Constantly clearing snow is not my idea of a fun time. Also, crafting the wrong tool is not particularly fun either. Let's actually make a pickaxe this time rather than a spade. There we are. Right, so I shall see you at the top. Here I am nearing the top, exceedingly high up, and I gave up with digging. I decided just to kind of nerd pole up here. There are a lot of pigs there, and I'm fairly sure I can see some villagers' faces on the map there. This is a very positive looking sign. I am at the top, and it's a huge village. Awesome, it's got walls and everything. Right, now here's hoping this wasn't all in vain. Here's hoping that there's a smeltery in here. I would really, really like it if there was. And oh, awesome, the paths are all made out of ice. You know what? It's worth it to come up here, even if there is no smeltery. And I've got to be honest, it's kind of looking like there isn't, which is a kind of a shame. But I've never actually seen a snow village before. I've got to say, ooh, a Faminonomicon. I don't mind if I do, and I'm going to get rid of world domination with open blocks, I think. Tour page, observations of the immortal, a book. There's a lot of witchery stuff here. I want to ditch some of the stuff because I don't know what some of this stuff is, if I'm quite honest. I think I can ditch a crafting table. I can just make another one. I know that's fairly difficult to make. A book would be very useful to have as well. No, we'll leave the torn page. I don't really know what that does. And wow, okay, the water stops. Yeah, I think this is looking like a negatory on the smeltery after all this bleeding effort. I had to hold myself back from expletives there. I've just kind of like dug and nerd-poled my way all the way up a mountain. I mean, it's a lovely mountain, and I'm sure these are lovely, and this is definitely worth it. I got some leather tunics, and never before have you heard anyone be so excited about a leather tunic and a leather cap, but trust me, it is well worth it. I'll take an apple over some hemp seeds, and you know what, I'll take that bow over some appetite. Appetite's really useful. If you do see it, do make sure that you grab it. It's going to be really good for starting off with because you can make fertilizer out of it. You don't need to use a bone meal to grow crops. You can use 2 sand and an appetite. You'll get 8 fertilizer, which you can use then instead of bone meal, and it's just as effective. And I'm certainly grabbing myself some wheat and some seeds because I'm going to need these. I know that. Let's get rid of these barley seeds. They're not quite as good. I want to keep my carrot and potato seeds. You probably noticed I found a lot of stuff on my way over here. Yep. Let's break all this. Good. That'll sort me out some food for later. Okay. Well, I think it's fairly obvious that I'm not going to be able to find myself a village anytime soon. I think what my plan of action is going to be is to very quickly make myself some kind of basic hovel, gather together a load of clay and things, and then make myself my first smeltery. First, I suppose I've got to find my way down this mountain. I mean, let's check journey map. Follow. There we are. I don't see anything immediately on the surrounding area in the map. So I'm going to make myself a little hovel, I think. Set up my smeltery. Try not to die while making my way down this mountain. Apples are going to come in handy now. I've got some bread. I swear I had some bread left. No, strawberries it is then. There we are. Try and make my way around the mountain without dying. We'll go that way. There we are. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a waste of time. We didn't get ourselves a smeltery. However, that did look incredibly cool. I don't think I've ever seen an ice village before. As I said, if I didn't have such an aversion and hatred towards ice biomes, I probably would set up shop there. Because it is really cool with a really nice view. But no. Snow biomes are just the worst. Okay, so I know this episode has been kind of choppy. We've been kind of clipping between different scenes, between me in different places and searching for things. But ultimately, I don't want you guys to be sitting here watching me looking around for stuff. I mean, the first part of this pack is very much focused on this. I think you really need to find yourself a way down off a mountain that's not covered in lava. And you really need to find yourself a load of kind of materials and things, you know, your clays, your smelteries and all that sort of stuff, before you actually start to settle down, because otherwise you're going to find yourself with quite a bit of difficulty. You need to kind of grab hold of the things that can help with that difficulty spike whenever you can, a smeltery being one of them. I said I don't think I'm going to be able to manage that in this playthrough, at least not with any kind of decent time frame. All the villages seem to have vanished and disappeared, unfortunately. So I'm going to set up shop, grab myself a load of clay. When I've got all that, I will come back and you'll see what I'm going to do with it. Alright, cheers for hanging on. Okay guys, after much exploring, a lot of exploring, here's the ice village I found over here. I've actually come all the way over here now, almost full circle on myself from the spawn. I still haven't found a village. So I did, as I said, make a hovel. So I'd like to welcome you to my hovel. I'm going to call it Pig Hollow for now. It's covered in pigs. So welcome to Pig Hollow. I've got to say, there isn't much to it. No. It does need the touch of a lady, I believe. Okay, so that aside, and that being unlikely, let's first of all make ourselves our first furnaces. Furnaces? I don't know. Here we go. So there we go. That's the compressed cobblestone I collected earlier. Let's throw those in the wall down there. Wonderful. We've already got some coal. I'm going to throw 11 in each of those. And that should be just about enough. Right, so I've also spared you the boredom of watching me collecting clay and sand and all that sort of stuff. So we're now going to put some of that together, make ourselves some grout. So if you've never played with Tinker's Construct before, first of all, you won't know what this is. This is a crafting station. If you put yourself, in fact, I'll bring it up in NEI. There we go. Crafting table. I'll press use on it. We've got that. Shapeless crafting, I believe it is. No, it's not showing up. Very weird. Or is it in shaped crafting? There we go, the very last one. If you put yourself a crafting table into your crafting grid or into your inventory crafting grid, you get a crafting station, which is really nifty because it does a couple of things. First of all, ta-da! I can access this chest from there. Wonderful. And my items don't drop out when I quit out of the chest. Right, so first things first, let's throw the grout in there. We have to cook it up into bricks. And then I've got a couple of other plans, things I want to do while that is cooking up. For this, I'm going to need some more sticks. Let's make 4 of those. That should be good enough. There we are. And I just don't think I'm going to have enough wood for what I had planned. Okay, well I can build some of it, I think. So what I'm going to build now, the Tinker's Construct, tables. There we are. And I need to use some spruce wood for this as well, I think. Fortunately that works. I need a tool station. So I've got a stencil table and a tool station. Good. What have I... Well, maybe I don't. There we go. A stencil table and a tool station. Let's throw that there for now. My inventory is very messy. Let's clean this up. There we are. And I'll grab that back. I'm actually going to throw these down here for now. Space is at a premium, so I need to make sure I use it wisely. Ooh, sorry, good. I'll expand this later, but for now, I'll throw that down there. I will explain as to why very, very shortly. But let's chop down a tree quickly. I'm going to need a bit more wood for what we're intending to do. There we are. And this will enable us to get some basic stone tools. You can't craft a hoe or anything like that in this mod pack in expert mode, which again is a bit of a shame. But that's okay. We can get around it. Part builder. And then we're going to need a bit more wood. We'll need a chest. There we are. Chest. And a pattern chest. Wonderful. There we are. And let me just think. Yep, that goes there. And part builder there. Good. And we're going to need a bit more wood. Let me think that through. I used all my blank patterns up. There we are. Chop this down. Probably chop a couple down. Wood is going to become a very quick problem, especially as we only get 2 per craft. I'm going to kind of try and rush towards get myself a tool forge, which will allow me to make things like a lumber axe, which will allow me to chop down trees in one fell swoop, which would be fantastic. Maybe get myself some jungle saplings or something like that, grow a huge jungle tree and chop it down in one fell swoop. That will sort my wood problems out very, very quickly. Good. Okay. So we've got ourselves some more oak there. Let's run into here very quickly. Okay, probably make another 4, I think. We'll probably make a good number. Yeah. So, what we do is we go into our stencil table. In fact, let's not do it that way. Let's come into our tool station first. What we're going to be building is a mattock. Now you can't tell it because it doesn't really tell you all too well here. Oh no, that's a lie, it tells you here. Required parts: axe head, shovel head and handle. Well, I think we can just about manage that. Now to craft those is a little unusual if you're unfamiliar with Tinker's Construct. You have to put your blank patterns in here. First of all, let's get a tool rod pattern. We're going to need a spade or a shovel pattern, and we're going to need an axe pattern. There we are, wonderful. Now, do I have any cobble left over? I do, because I'm going to want to make these tools out of stone. However, I'm not going to want to make them all out of stone. This is a very quick reason why. If I look here, I've put stone next to my tool rod, and here we have a stone tool rod. Brilliant. You'd think, why don't I take that out now? Stone's a strong thing. However, if we look here, handle modifier 0.5. So it actually loses half its durability if stone is used as a handle. I think it affects the tool, actually the entire tool. It gives it half durability. However, we have a 1 times durability from wood. Okay, so let's take those out. It is essentially a stick, but one of them is a tool rod. Next, we're going to build our shovel. Now that we can build out of stone, and it helps if I put them in the right order. There we are. 1 shovel head and 1, for Pete's sake, axe head. Now the reason that I put them in this order, as you see here, pattern chest here between the stencil table and the part builder, is that I can just do that. I can just have next door and very quickly switch between the different patterns that I want. So let's grab a stone axe head, go to our tool station. Now unfortunately, Tinker's Construct doesn't deal too well with things being shift clicked. Although there we go. Seem to have managed all right with that one. So why are we getting a mattock? Well, because we can't make a hoe. And we're going to want to get some crops. You notice my food is pretty low. We've got another problem there though. Oh, I see bricks are made. Fantastic. We'll use those in a second. I haven't got a bucket. Well, I did manage to pick up some iron ore. So let's see what I need to make a bucket. Oh, wonderful. Iron plates. Now, how do I make those? With a forge hammer. How do I make that? Iron. Fair enough. Treated sticks. How do I make that? Well, treated planks. I suppose that makes sense. I need creosote. Wonderful. That's a little way off. So that's not going to be able to be any good. But there is a alternative. Let me grab some clay. Now, those who've played packs of Extra Helo and things like that before will recognise this, except for no, you won't, because that's not a thing at all. Interesting. How am I going to make my first bucket? With a water bucket from DecoCraft. Interesting, because I've done this before, so you'd think I would remember. Let's see, is there any uses for clay that we can find? Because I'm sure you could make a bucket of some description. I mean, I think I could probably use bottles, but that'd be incredibly slow. What I might need to do... Oh no, because then how am I going to get lava? Ah, I'm so confused! Okay, I think what we might do for now is take our newly created mattock and take the road of least resistance and make ourselves a farm right down here by the water. Now, the wonderful thing about the mattock is it is a hoe, but it is also an axe, and it is also a spade. It is all free. It's great. It's fantastic. I love this thing. What I don't love, however, is leaving my seeds behind at home. So I'm going to have to go and pick those up. I think what would make sense right now is to do myself a bit of research on how to get a bucket. I would be very happy to know. I did not want a water pad. Thank you very much. I'll replace that later. And it's becoming night time, so I need to go back and sleep anyway. Okay, back to the hovel, I think. Okay, so I think actually what would be a sensible thing to do is call it there. We haven't got much done at all this episode at all. We've got, well, a hole in the ground. And some bricks. Wonderful. Fantastic. Amazing. Not much at all. And I'm very hungry. I think this is testament to the fact that this pack is in fact very, very difficult. Now once we get ourselves a smeltery, berries, don't mind if I do, things will start to speed up quite significantly. But getting there is a struggle. So we're going to come back next time. I'm going to know how to craft a bucket, which makes me sound like the biggest noob imaginable. And maybe I will have expanded this place out and perhaps planted some crops and what have you. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with the bitty nature of this video. But that is the nature of this pack. Thank you guys for watching. This is Westloar signing off. Good evening.